Well, that was interesting. So yesterday I watched The Girl Who Died, and well, it was interesting, and not in a good way. So yeah, The Girl Who Died is the 5th episode in Series 9, which is written by Jamie Masson and Stephen Moffat. God. Now, of course, Jamie Masson did write Flatline and The Monorail Express for Series 8, and those 2 episodes were fucking fantastic. I love those episodes. Flatline was actually my all-time favourite. It literally is up there with Water Mars, and quite frankly, if it's being compared to Water Mars, it's pretty damn fucking good. I love Flatline. The monsters are brilliant. The boneless was just fucking fantastic. The look, the design of them, they were just brilliant. I loved Rigsby. He was pretty awesome as well. I heard he is coming back for this season, so I don't know when, but I heard he is coming back. So that's pretty cool. That's always a plus in my books. And I just loved the all-round episode. I thought the creativity of the episode was brilliant, and just everything about it was good. And of course, he wrote The Monorail Express, which was also a fantastic fucking episode. I loved all the characters in it. You know, Frank Skinner's character, which was Perkins, I think his name was. He was a fantastic character. I loved the Mummy as well. The Mummy, the design of it was just fucking fantastic. The episode itself, the set designs, everything about it was just brilliant. They were just fantastic 2 episodes. But I have to admit, my heart sank a little bit when I saw Stephen Moffat in the title. Yeah. I think it was mainly because I thought that only Jamie Masson was going to be writing this script, and I thought, oh, okay, so it's going to automatically be good, but then when I saw Steve Moffat, it just... God. Well, let me get on to the positive, because there is some positive about this episode, believe me, there is some. And of course, that is the destruction of the Sonic sunglasses. Fuck yes, literally. Do you know, when I watched the episode yesterday, or well, as I'm recording this, it was yesterday I watched the episode. No, Saturday, sorry. When I watched the episode on Saturday, literally this was my reaction when they broke. Yes, you fucking dancer! I also love the opening scene. The opening scene was really fucking well done, you know, before the title credits. I really thought it was really, really well done. You know, it was tense, it was suspenseful, it was really fucking good. Like, I loved this, I just loved how, like, the spider thing was crawling up her suit, and you know, but to be honest, did you really want to see that adventure more than anything else than the one we got in the end? Like, after I finished off watching the episode, I was like, I want to see the adventure of them going to spider mines. And how did the Doctor get... How did the Doctor lose Clara in space? I want to see that. I don't want to see fucking, you know, these... Yeah, I'll get on to it in a second. But to be honest, short answer is I would much prefer seeing the episode that we saw in the opening credit, you know, the opening scene, than I did the episode we got in the end, honestly. Now, of course, as always, Capaldi was fucking fantastic in this episode. You know, I've always had a lot of faith in Capaldi. Like, even when he was first announced, I knew that he was going to be a really good Doctor. I know I was in the minority at the time of people saying that he's going to be really, really good. I thought he's going to be really good, and he is. He was fantastic in Series 8. I seriously think he's still trying to work his way and try and find his roots, but I think every Doctor does that in their first season. The exception of that being that McGann and Eccleston, of course, because they only had 1 movie in 1 season, but I think those 2 did a very, very, very well good job of fitting into their role with just very little time they had on Doc 2. But Capaldi is fucking fantastic. This really is his season. You can tell that he really is, and now he's got his claws into the character, and he really does feel like the Doctor to me. So as always, Capaldi did a fucking fantastic job. The only thing I think that let him down was the script, of course. I think you could seriously see at times he was trying his hardest with the script he was given, but oh man, I really wish they'd given him some better scripts, because like Series 8 had this problem as well. It's just more to the start of the series, the scripts were a bit nah, you know, a bit sort of bland. It was a bit sort of underplayed. Again, no fault of Capaldi. He was doing the best he could with the script he was given, but again, I think that the script should be a little bit better, because he's an Oscar fucking worthy actor, for fuck's sake. You know, he should be given much better scripts than this. You know, the scripts, I know I hammer on about the Rusty Davies era and Eccleston and Tennant's era, but the scripts back then were so much better, and to a point as well, Matt Smith era, his scripts were really good as well. I just feel that they've kind of been dipping in quality a little bit. Again, you've had some gems. Series 8 was definitely a fucking step, 2 steps fucking forward. Actually, no, scratch that, 5 fucking steps forward than Series 7 was. Series 7 was just a fucking travesty from start to finish, but hey, I digress. But I seriously think the script should be a little bit better, but it looks like they're getting more new writers in, new perspectives, so this problem should be fixed pretty soon. Now, I am going to put a spoiler warning on this, so if you haven't seen the episode, go and check it out, believe me, because you want to, honestly, because this bit I think should be saved for, you know, a spoiler, because it does connect more to the episode. But anyway, so you've been warned. So spoilers, if you haven't seen the episode, pause this video, favorite it, whatever, go and watch the episode, then come back and watch it now. So anyway, so the bit that made me squeal like a little fanboy, literally I squeal like a little bitch, was of course the appearance of David Tennant and Catherine Tate. Oh my god. Okay, yes, they didn't personally turn up, and that was a shame, honestly, because there was rumours, and there was like those photos of Rusty Davis and David Tennant in Cardiff, sort of walking around. I think they were in the sort of Doctor Who experience area, so it's where they film it all. And apparently he went in to go see them and speak to them about that whole connecting the, because of course we know that Capaldi has the same face as Kilius did in the Fires of Pompeii, so there was like that connection. Why, and of course, I can't remember the character's name from Torchwood. Again, why there's a connection, why he has the same face. I actually thought the reason was quite good, actually. I think they're going to expand on it more in the sort of later episodes, but honestly, really good. So unfortunately, that's actually all the positives of the episode. So let's get on to the things that I didn't like about this episode, and believe me, there's quite a long list. So let's get started. So of course, the thing that was hyped up most about this episode was, of course, drum roll please, yes, Maisie Williams. Yes, Maisie Williams featured in this episode of Doctor Who, and you know, I think she did a good job. Now yes, Maisie Williams is a fine actress. I've seen Game of Thrones, I've seen some of Game of Thrones anyway, and she does a fucking fantastic job in that. Again, I think this is the same problem that Capaldi had, that I think the script just let her down, I think the script, you can see at times, like Capaldi, you can see at times that she was trying her hardest with the script she was given. I think on this, but I think her whole character in general in that whole episode was pretty much just kind of wasted. She would just kind of like, you know, if something happened, anything interesting happened, she would say something like, oh, you know, and people were like, oh yeah, that's right, and then they'll just ignore her for the next, like, 20 odd minutes until she's actually needed for something, which, yeah, I didn't like, honestly. But again, Maisie Williams did the best that she could with the script she was given, and I had to admire her for that. And again, it's the same with Capaldi, and I think pretty much everybody involved, really, quite frankly. You could just see at times that people were just like, what the fuck is this script? You know, like, ah, oh, Jesus Christ. And you could just see at times, like, who the fuck wrote this kind of thing? So again, no fault on Maisie Williams, but she did the best she could. It looks like in the next episode, The Woman Who Lived, if I remember correctly, it looks like she's got a bigger role. Actually, I think Jenna Coleman, or Clara's character, is not actually going to be in that episode, if I'm perfectly honest. I think it looks like it's going to be a Doctor and Maisie Williams kind of character sort of episode. But then again, I thought the same about the Mononoke Express. And look how that turned out. Clara was actually in that episode, so I'm not going to, you know, hold my breath whether or not Clara is actually going to be in the episode. I do want to clarify though, I'm not in the majority that hates Clara. I'm actually in the minority that actually likes her, honestly, funny enough. For very petty reasons, of course, because Jenna Coleman is fucking fit. Jesus Christ, I'd marry that woman. Literally, she is up there in, like, seriously, if you're considered, like, marriage worthy coming from me, that's saying a lot, considering I don't really like marriage, or think marriage is pointless. But anyway, that's another issue for another day. But I am certainly in the minority that likes Clara, so don't think I hate Clara. So the villains for this episode were particularly fucking bland, to say the least. They really were. They were so bland and non-threatening. You know, at least with the Ghost and the Fisher King in Under the Lake and Before the Flood, at least the ghosts were creepy and menacing, and they could, like, pick up objects and kill you at any time. And they were fucking amazing. The Fisher King especially, like, just everything about him, his look, the way he sounded, his voice was fucking awesome, and that blood-curdling fucking roar was just fantastic. Everything about it was brilliant. I think, man, those episodes were fucking brilliant. Those two episodes that Toby Whitehouse did were fantastic. But these robots, yeah, that's what you're just gonna call them robots, because I don't fucking remember the names, they're that bland. And the guy claimed to be Odin, they were literally the most non-threatening, fucking blandest fucking characters in existence. And that Odin guy, he was so fucking cartoony as well. And the thing is, it wasn't like the good kind of cartoony. It was the kind of cartoon you're like, you know, he does something like, oh my fucking god, did he do that? Oh fucking Jesus Christ. Like, I know that's saying a lot coming from a show that is about a guy who travels through time and space and a blue box is big on the inside. But, you know, who has 2 hearts and comes from a fucking species that controls time, for fuck's sake. But seriously, we've had episodes like the waters of fucking Mars, for God's sake. Jesus Christ, how could you go from that to fucking this kind of shit? Like, for example, when the robots take the Viking, and yeah, I'll explain in a minute why I'm calling them Vikings, believe me, I'll get onto that in a minute, but when the robots take the Vikings, and the robots take the Vikings to this room where they're gonna get, like, crushed, and, of course, Maisie Williams' character, I think her name's Ashildir? I don't know if I can't remember, she was that fucking bland, I don't remember her name. And Clara, of course, they're in this room, so the Vikings are all about to get crushed, and one thing I want to mention, though, there was this one bit where one Viking got the door open, right, and so they walked through this corridor a bit, and it was like, the round bits were kind of like the TARDIS, that's what it looked like anyway. And when he walked through, some electric beam, like, killed him, basically, disintegrated him, but it just disintegrated everything else, his skin, his clothes, except his helmet and his fucking axe. See, that's the thing, that took me out of the episode completely. I actually literally stopped for a second, stopped everything that was going on in the episode. I literally went, why the fuck did they do that? See, I shouldn't be asking those fucking questions, guys. So yeah, of course, the Vikings get turned into, well, they get like liquidized into testosterone and adrenaline. Yeah, I don't know why. For some really odd reason, and they never explained in the episode either. For some odd reason, Odin wants to drink their testosterone and their adrenaline. They never explain why. No, they just kind of like, he does it. Fuck it. And they were also about to reveal his face as well. And this is one thing that pretty much kind of pissed me off a lot as well in this episode. But at the time I was watching, I was kind of like, oh, they're going to reveal it later. But after finishing watching, I was kind of like, wait, they didn't reveal... Right, basically, when Odin was about to reveal his face, they were going to like sort of like show like his real face, because apparently what he's wearing is a hologram, apparently. No, I don't really care about this but at that point in time, but you know, anyway. So basically he goes to reveal his real face, and you get like a kind of a glimpse of it, like you get this kind of much of the face show, and then it turns away where it shows Clara and Maisie Williams' character sort of seeing the reaction, and then it never shows the face ever again. I'm not even fucking joking. They kind of make this sort of big reveal about it, like, I am going to show my real face, and then they cut away to the Doctor. So as I said earlier, this episode features Vikings. Now, there's a reason why I'm saying Vikings, because, right, well, let's go back down the memory lane for a second. Let's go back to your primary 4 days, when you used to learn about, you know, history and all that kind of shiznay, and it was fun days. You didn't need to worry about exams or any of that kind of shiznay. You didn't need to worry about real life fucking problems. You know, you weren't storing cocaine up your fucking asshole or shooting heroin up your jap eye or whatever. I don't know, fuck it. So, let's go back to those days. I'm sure you remember that one of the most historically incorrect things that Hollywood and pretty much like any kind of fantasy show does in general is when they portray Vikings, they show them with the horns. Now, Doctor Who is very well known for... It's quite well known for being quite historically accurate, really, because, you know, the old show was very accurate when it came to historical portrayals. In recent years, it has been as well. But, so when I heard this episode featured Vikings, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Not really... I don't really know why that was the main thing about it, but anyway. This is what they look like.
Doctor?
No, Vikings. I'm not in the mood for Vikings.
Now, of course, as I mentioned earlier, if you know anything about history, you'll know that, yeah, guys, BBC, Doctor Who, actually, no, fuck it, Jimmy Matheson, Steve Moffat, what the flying fuck are you smoking? What in... Vikings don't have fucking horns! Jesus fucking Christ, I'm a 17-year-old who lives with his fucking dad, and even I fucking know that shit! You are professional fucking writers, for God's sake! You should know this shit! God, composure. Composure. And the thing is, right, this is particularly embarrassing coming from the BBC as well. Because again, the BBC is very fucking well known for doing very, like, historically accurate documentaries and shit. They're very well known for doing that. And they do a pretty good job at it as well. And the thing is, when the girl who died did this Saturday actually, it just... Oh, God. And it's not like... one or two of them have horns. No. It's not just like one or two of them have... If only one or two of them had horns, I wouldn't really care too much. But... well, just have a look.
No, not Vikings. Not in the mood for Vikings.
Nearly fucking every one of them have fucking horns. What the fuck? No. This is another thing that kind of bugged me as well in the episode, and especially this was one thing I very much noticed on my first viewing of the episode. So basically, Maisie Williams' character declares war on Odin. Well, the supposed Odin anyway. So she declares war on Odin and is like, oh, we're gonna destroy your robots and we're gonna kick your ass. Woo, fucking Jesus, you know, blah, bullshit. Anyway, yeah, so she declares war on them and he says basically, okay, we'll come to your village this time tomorrow. And I thought, okay, fair enough, fine. So they get teleported back to the village. Basically, the doctor and all the village go to this sort of hut area where they discuss what they're going to do. And basically, the doctor suggests a very reasonable plan. Why don't you just run and hide? Why don't you just leave the village, run and hide for a week, and then come back? Because they're probably not going to look for you anyway. And do you know what they said? Literally they said, we can't. No, I'm not fucking joking. They didn't give a reason for it. They just said, we can't leave the village. Because fucking reasons, that's why. Oh my fucking god. Do you know what's the most embarrassing thing? These people get paid. They get paid shit tons of money to write this shit. That is the most embarrassing fucking thing about it. These are professionals. These are fucking professionals who write this shit. They couldn't even give a fucking reason. They couldn't just say, oh, there's a mystical fucking force field, or we tried leaving and we can't leave because they're trapping us in here. That would have been fucking better than just, we can't. Shit, what the fuck? That is the pinnacle of fucking lazy writing. So this is one thing I noticed on my repeat viewing of the episode. Basically on Sunday when I was watching it again, yeah, I actually subject myself to that fucking 45 minutes of torture, basically. So when I watched it again on my repeat viewings, I did notice that, well, basically, when the village gave their reasons, I'm gonna use fucking reasons very fucking loosely. When they gave their reasons for not leaving the village, basically the doctor trains the remaining Vikings, because of course the other half of the sort of strong ones that usually fight this kind of shit have all been turned into adrenaline and testosterone. You know, they've been turned into liquidites and yeah, they've been drunk. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so so this one thing I noticed on my repeat viewing. When the doctor is like showing them how to fight, he's training like soldiers. Now, how about you cast your minds back to the not so far, not so fucking distant, but for the writers anyway, for Doctor Who, or at least Steve Moffat anyway, and maybe Jay Mathis to a point. You remember that the Doctor didn't like Danny Pink because he was a soldier. Okay, fair enough, right? Okay, maybe he had his reasons. Maybe because he didn't like what he did in the Time War. Maybe, I don't know, whatever. He was never a big fan of UNIT all that much, or them pointing guns. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay. So why in the fuck is the Doctor training those people like fucking soldiers? Why is he acting like the general that Danny Pink said he was, and he denied it in the Series 8, but now he's fucking embracing it? What the fuck? I'm sorry, but did some of the fucking writers of Doctor Who have amnesia or something? Did they just fucking forget what happened last time? Let's just clean slate, let's just fucking do our own shit. Fuck it, you know? Ugh. Fucking, oh my god, no. Now, actually, this is actually a minor complaint I have with the episode. Yeah, if you fucking believe I have minor complaints at this point in time in the video, but yes, I had some minor complaints about the episode. Well, actually one. Now, of course, the main theme of this episode was, tidal, ripples and tidal waves, and, the effects of time and cause and effect and all that kind of shit, which I thought was fine. Yeah, fair enough. It was a bit heavy-handed. I didn't really get why that was all of a sudden, considering the fact that in the last episode they basically did the bootstrap paradox. I don't know, fuck it, anyway. So basically the Doctor talks about, ripples and tidal waves, and he says that, and that's one thing I noticed in the episode as well. But the Doctor says, at first he doesn't really want to save the village. He says he just wants to run away, and because if he saves it, then the monsters will come back. And I'm just like, well, that didn't stop you fucking before saving Earth, did it? So anyway, whatever. So So basically, the whole theme of the episode is ripples and tidal waves. And one thing I noticed was in the sort of climax of the episode, if you can fucking call it that, Clara gives her mobile phone, which is an iPhone. She's suddenly changed from a Samsung Galaxy to a fucking iPhone. Don't know why, she just has. I'm surprised she didn't have an iPhone fucking 6. Anyway, whatever. So, yeah. Ripples and tidal waves. But yet Clara gives her fucking phone, and I assume this sort of Middle Ages fucking, town, Nordish kind of Middle Ages sort of time. She gives her phone to a middle-aged farmer. A middle-aged Nordish farmer. What? So, what, did they just get the ripples and tidal wave and fucking wipe their ass with it? For fuck. So in conclusion, what do I think about this episode? Well, I don't think it's a complete train wreck. I don't think it was a complete train wreck from start to finish. It was more like, the train was running quite smoothly at the start. Basically the start bit being the opening scene, the breaking of Sonic's sunglasses, the starting credits, and then it gets to them to the village, and that's basically where the train derailed. It had to change tracks unexpectedly because the signalman was being a fucking twat. He basically changed the tracks, the train derailed, it went off the fucking tracks, it crashed into a field, it killed some children that were playing in the field, diddums. The train kept sliding across the grass into the fields, it crashed into a village. It then suddenly exploded because it held a nuclear bomb, and basically killed everybody in that village and everybody in that sort of area for another like 50 odd miles. And then basically, it turned into a full-out wasteland. The government sort of sealed it off, and then basically everybody had to survive, like sort of Fallout New Vegas kind of thing. And then everybody has to sort of like survive. And it's like then the new Fallout 5. They based that on the new Fallout 5 because I don't know. They're like, well, Fallout 4 is still pretty popular, let's go make some money. No, I'm only kidding, I don't think Bethesda will do that. Fallout 4 is going to probably be pretty good. Let's hope so. Well, I think it is anyway. Whatever, anyway. So, yeah, that happened, and that's pretty much the whole episode in a nutshell. That is pretty much, the episode is a train that derailed, and it crashed, and then it basically exploded, and it turned into a Fallout wasteland. That is the episode in a nutshell. But no, in all seriousness, the episode did actually start to go downhill once they got into the village area. And, oh god, there's one particular bit that I just remember now. The speaking baby shit. What I didn't like about the speaking baby shit was, it wasn't like it was used for comedic relief. It was like, they were trying to be very serious about it. They were trying to be dead serious about it. It's like, a baby doesn't speak that fucking poetically. It doesn't speak that poetically, for fuck's sake. It's not that, eloquent with its words, for fuck's sake. It's a baby, for fuck's sake. It's a baby with a brain about that fucking size. Actually, no, smaller than that, probably about that fucking size. How does it speak so eloquently and so poetically and better than some fucking grown-up does? What the fuck? Also, the dialogue in times, the dialogue just felt so cokey and shoddy, and so I think the best analogy to use for this is first drafty, and I did discuss it with someone else as well, and they agreed as well. Basically, it was so fucking first drafty. It was just so. It was basically. It was just a first draft of ideas, and not non-revised ideas, and they're just all put together in one episode. And there you go. That is the girl who fucking died. But I think the most depressing thing is that Jamie Matheson's name was attached to this, and I think that's the most depressing thing, because he wrote two of the best fucking episodes of Series 8, Flatline and the Monument Express, and I just don't believe for a fucking second that some of the ideas that came out of that episode were because of him. It did feel very fucking Stephen Moffat at times. It really did. You could just tell that Stephen Moffat had basically fucking, got the script, wiped his fucking ass with it, shat on it because he had fucking explosive diarrhea. He basically pissed on it, then he jacked off in front of it, and he gave it to Jamie Matheson, and Jamie Matheson had to kind of sort of clean off all the shit. He tried his best to clean it all off. He used bleach, he used Bang, he used fucking everything, but unfortunately there was still a lot of stains there, and that's the Moffat fucking stains. I don't know, it's such a shame. Now, because of this episode, I'm not really looking forward to anything else that Jamie Matheson does. I'm hoping if he does do an episode, he doesn't do it with fucking Steve Moffat ever fucking again. And I did discuss it with someone on Twitter. Someone did mention, if Steve Moffat's name wasn't on the title, would you have said the things you've said? And I would, yes. I do think that Jamie Matheson is partly to blame. I think he's just as much to blame here than Moffat is. I seriously think that, you know, the weak characters, the weak dialogue, that is down to him as well as Moffat. You know, it's not just Moffat all destroying everything. Admittedly, he does fucking touch, yeah, and he touches just kind of turns to shit. Well, actually, no, I don't know if that's all entirely true, because I did like The Magician's Apprentice and The Witch's Familiar, but I don't know. As I said to that person, I would still have the same opinion if it was only Jamie Matheson that wrote the script and it was the same quality of shittiness. I would still say the exact fucking same things I would in this video without Steve Moffat even mentioning the title. Actually, I'd probably compare it to Steve Moffat's script. So yeah, I'm not very optimistic about the next episode, the woman who lived, which actually I think it's written by Catherine Tegedina. I don't know if I can't remember the second name, but I know her first name is Catherine anyway. So the next episode is written by her, and I'm looking for. Well, I'm kind of looking for. It does look much better than the last, but again, I'm not holding my breath. Just how fucking shitty that episode, The Girl Who Died, was, and just how disappointing it was in general. Not only in just the writing department, the dialogue department, the acting at times, but again, not any of the fault of the actors, mainly because the script was so fucking bad that they just had to try the best they could with what they were given. And it's not their fault at all. I do not blame them in any way, shape or form. Again, the actors are only as good as the writers make the scripts that are. So again, not their fault. But to be honest, I might like the next episode because I have so fucking low expectations about this episode, but I don't know. Anyway guys, tell me what you think in the comments below. What did you think about The Girl Who Died? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Tell me in the comments below, tell me what you thought, or you can hit me up on Twitter. You can tweet me and tell me how you thought, what you thought of the episode, you know, like, and of course, my Twitter is @DoctorSayce, I'll put it on the screen, or there's a link in the description for you to check out, and you can go tweet me, tell me how much of a fag I am, because I didn't like it, or tell me how much of a sexy motherfucker I am, because I didn't like it. Whatever, I don't really care. Whatever, do what you fucking want, just hit me up and tell me what you thought. So as always guys, well actually I don't know, you don't really need to like for this video anymore, because I don't do videos anymore, so if you want to like this video, go ahead. If you want to favorite this video, go ahead too. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you're more than welcome to. Not really gonna stop you doing it. As always guys, please follow me on Twitter, as I said earlier, for daily updates when I'm going to be doing pretty much anything, you know, streaming, videos. Again, I will keep you up to date on what I'm going to be doing with that. Again, whatever. And you can also follow me on Twitter to find out what I thought first hand, literally straight off, raw, just as raw as a fucking nun's pussy, I don't know, whatever, of how I thought about new episodes of Doctor Who. Go ahead, that's where you're going to find out the most. Anyway guys, as always, have a brilliant day, and hope you have a wonderful day, either be it university, college, work. I've actually got to go to work later, so, woo, yeah, I'm a work faggot now. Fucking, Jesus, woo. Anyway, as always guys, adios amigos, and goodbye guys.
The eyes of Hades.
Oh, son of a cunt!